Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Homesteading Off the Grid and another morning ramble. The sun is in my eyes right now, so if Mr. J or any of my non-annoying neighbors were to drive by and see me sitting up here in the middle of the field staring at the sun, they would be convinced that I have for sure lost my mind, which I think most of them probably think anyway, if they think anything at all. But I wanted to do this morning's ramble from our lower field. There's our Halloween decorations. And there's our chickens who follow me everywhere. To give you a shot from this angle, because I just finished running here. I did about 2 miles here just on the homestead. It's like 3 laps around my homestead's a mile, so I did like 6 laps. And I was walking, here as I finished, I was walking away from the sun, heading up the direction there which I usually do the morning ramble, and I saw those beautiful fall colors, the beautiful foliage, and the chickens were behind me. They follow me everywhere. But I wanted to share this with you. I also saw, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but do you see the moon up there? Let's see. I heard some geese coming. Where's my finger? And, oh, wait a minute. I got the camera backwards. There's a moon up here somewhere. Clouds might have just covered it. But I heard geese, and I looked up and I saw the moon, or the geese flying in front of the moon. Here comes the sun out from behind the clouds. Look at that, just lighting that up. Okay, guys. As of this recording, it's October 28, 2018. If you're watching this within the first 48 hours or so of the upload and the publishing of this video, you have got to go outside. When I saw this view, well, all morning I've been marveling at the beauty. We took our son to school this morning. We made plans for later to do something as a family after school so we can be outside. Guys, fall is my favorite time of year. I love Halloween. It's 2 days away. If you love fall, if you love the colorful fall foliage, if you love Halloween, if you love everything about autumn, you've got to get out now. Listen, we made plans to go somewhere this afternoon and take a walk. And I said to Dearly, my beautiful bride, as we made these plans with our son in the car on the way to school, I said, did we do that last year? And she said, no. We did this the year before, and when I was here the year before that alone, while they were in the Philippines, I did this also. We didn't do it last year, and we went to a place where we really like to go for a walk, and we're going to do it today. The reason I didn't do it last year is because we took fall for granted. We took our time here for granted. We'd been in the U.S. for a couple of years as a family. I'd been back. That was my third fall back, and believe it or not, I guess I just said, oh, well, it's just fall. Well, when winter came and the leaves were gone and the cold weather was here, I missed it. Then when spring came, I loved the green. I loved the flowers. I loved the green of summer. I'm not a big fan of the heat, but I can tolerate it. But I miss fall all year round, except for when it's fall. So we are not going to take fall for granted this year. We have several plans. The leaves are probably going to stay on the trees here in our part of Central Virginia for maybe another, 2 weeks. The maples will probably be gone. The poplars are almost gone. The locusts are gone. The oaks linger here. The oaks, it's really cool. It's like we get 2 shows of leaf fireworks shows here. The poplar, the locust, the maple, all that stuff turns first. And the oaks stay green until sometime into November usually. I'm starting to see the oaks around me turn a light hue of yellow. But they fall off sometimes not until the first week of December. But I'm telling you, the leaf show is now. It's over the next couple of weeks. So get out and see them. Do not take fall for granted. Your time is almost up. You have got to take action. You've got to go out and see these leaves. Now, with that said, now that I've spent 4 minutes of your time and mine talking about how beautiful fall is and giving you this beautiful view, what are my words of wisdom today? I don't think I really have any, but I will share something with you anyway, because yesterday I was I did a video about stinking thinking, as I call it. I know my subscriber in England, Tracy, shout out to Tracy, likes the way I say it with my southern accent. So we got to figure out how to quickly get away from our stinking thinking when we see it come. Well, a lot of people said in the comments, but what do you do when it wakes you up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you can't get back to sleep and you know you don't have any problems going on, you know nothing's changed since you went to bed, but what do you do then, Crazy Lake? I read 3 or 4 comments like that and I laughed. I said, ha ha ha, that doesn't happen to me. It used to, but I'm so spiritually, emotionally, and physically fit, I don't get stinking thinking at 2 o'clock in the morning anymore. Ha ha ha. Then last night, By golly gee willikers, wouldn't you know it, I woke up wide awake at about 2:30 a.m. with a lot of the stinking thinking going on. Yep. So what did I do about it? Well, the first thing I thought, ha ha ha, look what happens every time I think I have the last laugh. No, what's the saying? He who has the last laugh laughs last. I never understood that, probably because it doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I thought, here I am, 2:30 in the morning with a case of the stinking thinking. Even so, I thought, well, I can talk about this tomorrow because here we are. Something's happening. Okay, well, here, number one, never say never, because that's an awfully long time. And again, I mean, none of us are immune to just any of this stuff. And what's that? Oh, that's just that tree stump. It's a locust stump. Gotta watch out for that bear, even though it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. But, well, I just did what I call a self-check, self-analysis. I said, okay, Crazy Lake, has anything changed since 10 p.m., approximately the time you went to sleep last night, and now 2:30-ish a.m. when you woke up? And the answer was no. And I said, so why do you got a case of stinking thinking? And then the answer came, well, that's just kind of what your mind does from time to time. You're a human being. And thirdly, I thought, and I got a chuckle out of this, I thought, well, karma. People asked you how you deal with this, and you were making fun of them, and you were priding yourself on how you don't get the wake you up middle of the night stinking thinking anymore. Well, it'd been a long time, but I got it last night. So I thought, okay, how do I handle this? And I said, well, Crazy Lake, let's go back to sleep. Then I did. That's what I did. Took a little time, but I just kept telling myself, you're okay. Nothing's changed since you went to bed last night. You're still healthy, still happy. Your wife and your kids healthy and happy. The bills are paid. A little bit of money in the bank, not a lot, but you got some left over once the bills are paid. Got food in the kitchen, got food in the cupboards, food in your belly, not hungry. I'm warm. It was a cold night outside last night. We had a fire going in the wood stove. We were warm. And I eventually just fell back to sleep. So I guess that's a long version of what could be a short answer of just do a self-confirmation. Everything's fine. Nothing's changed since when I went to sleep. So now when I woke up this morning, thinking stinking was fresh on my mind because I had that case of stinking thinking at 2:30 last night. And I'd been talking about stinking thinking yesterday in the morning ramble. So I said to myself, what can we do differently to make sure I don't get a case of the stinking thinking this morning? So it was about 5. I slept into about 5 again. So I was drinking my first cup of coffee, and I said, you know what? Let's do something a little differently. I thought about what gave me that case of stinking thinking yesterday. Well, what it was is I got online after I'd had my first cup of coffee to check comments, do any research I had. I'm researching kindling pretty heavily now. I'm looking for different techniques for cutting kindling, different things I can use for kindling. I'm just trying to learn everything I can about the kind of things we're doing out here on the homestead, and a lot of it is timely, as in when it's that time of year to do these things, I want to kind of absorb everything I can about what it is we're doing. So kindling is fresh on my mind. But I said so that's the type of thing I would research. But I said to myself this morning, Crazy Lake, what happens if you get online and the internet's slow again? Well, that might give you another case of stinking thinking, because you're going to start thinking, oh, you're going to get frustrated, you're going to restart your router, then you're going to think, well, my gosh, when we make our 2 or 3 videos a day that we generally make, it's going to take them 2.5 hours to upload instead of 20 minutes or whatever. We might have to go into the library, and your thoughts will just run wild, and you're going to get another case of stinking thinking just like yesterday. So you know what I did? I did things differently. I didn't get online. And then, so I waited, I drank my coffee, I read some more, and then I got my family up, did the whole breakfast thing, get Daniel off to school thing, and then I told myself in my mind, okay, when I get home, I'm going to exercise. I'm going to run, I'm going to do the little bit of weight training I do, so the flutter kicks and push-ups and all that stuff. I'll check and see how the internet's going, but if it's not up, if it's not running quickly, I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm just going to do a quick check, then I'm going to go exercise. That's what I did. Fortunately, the net was working this morning, and hopefully this video didn't take forever to upload, and you're still seeing it in the morning, so it's officially a morning ramble. It came out, exercised, I'm not done, but my day's going from here. So the point of this story is, with the stinking thinking, the middle of the night, wake you up at 2:30 a.m. stinking thinking, none of us are immune to it, and karma's real. I laughed at the 3 of you who asked about that, and then look what happened. That very night, I got a case of it at 2:30 in the morning. So remember, watch out. But if you can think about what typically happens when you do get a case of that stinking thinking, or what set off your last case of stinking thinking, what might you be able to do differently to avoid it this time? So here we are today. I'm halfway through my workout. I'm enjoying the fall foliage. I'm sharing it with you guys, doing the morning ramble from a different angle, and been having a great day so far and anticipate having a great day the rest of the day. So change things up a bit if you need to. Avoid what you did last time that got you a case of stinking thinking. If you get it in the middle of the night, do a self-confirmation, and ask yourself, has anything changed? If the answer is no, then everything's okay. And as I started at the beginning of this video, your time is running out on seeing these beautiful leaves and this beautiful fall foliage. Go outside and play. Thanks for being with us for another video from here at Homesteading Off the Grid. Hope you enjoyed this morning ramble that does end up being a morning ramble because hopefully my internet's still working quickly. And we will see you for more next time.